Hello and welcome to the vlog. After 5 or so days at Lapworth listening to the trains whoosh by, the time had come to move to Hatton and tackle the infamous 21 double-width locks all the way down to Warwick. Hatton is just a couple of miles from Lapworth, so this first bit was dead easy and the sun was shining, so all was well with the world. Almost no sooner had I set off than I stopped to top up the water tank. Even when it doesn't actually need doing, I do it just in case. Then I was off at a gentle pace past these boats on private moorings, which would again be lovely were it not for the nearby trains. And just occasionally a house like this tempts me to come back off the water. What a lovely idyllic picture postcard cottage. Of course I will need that lottery win which keeps eluding me. The moorings opposite had goats in a field, this one eating and pooing at the same time, showing the most efficient way to process food. Let's pause for the now obligatory scenery montage for a moment. This adorable picture of new life, such a sad contrast with these old wooden working boats left to rot in stagnant water. Really a bit criminal, I think. A tunnel, the Shrewley Tunnel, looms ahead, but no fears for this one as it's short. You can see the other end from here. Why, oh why, do the Canal and River Trust write their tunnel signs in such tiny writing though? You have to have binoculars to read them, or more up. No such hanging about for me though, I'm just gunning the engine and going for it. Join me, won't you? But wear a hat or carry a brolly, it's extremely soggy in this one. I told you it was soggy. Look at the soaking my solar panels have had. And note to self, put the map book away when going through tunnels. Me, I wore the wide-brimmed hat, so I'm alright, Jack. Almost at Hatton Top Lock, just need to go past these private moorings. Incidentally, almost all the mooring just ahead of Hatton Locks is CRT permits only, with just a couple of 48-hour spots. That would have caught me out if I'd got there later in the day when it was busy. Here's a rare sight, an electric outboard on this dinghy. Look, you can see the battery next to it. OK, here's Hatton Top Lock, the first of 21 to go. This is me pausing while the lock fills. I've teamed with another boat for the descent, which will make the day much more fun. Here's the Top Lock Cafe, where 2 staff ignored me while I waited to order. Here's my newfound pals going into the 4th lock of the descent, and even this early on, this is looking like a good idea. But if we pause, we'll never make it, so onwards. To save time, we're only opening one gate. The first boat in squeezes across, then the other joins them. A quick glimpse back at the Canal and River Trust office that's based here. and a long, lingering look forward at the seemingly infinite flight that still lies ahead. I cannot help but always admire the sheer tenacity of life. Take any spot anywhere and life of some form will try to grow. Well done, green stuff. Well done, little weed. May you flourish for your efforts. And congratulations to my locking friends, newly married and on their honeymoon on their boat. A brief hiatus here while we wait for another pair of boats coming up, which also means the gates will be left open for us and the lock set, which is good. They in turn can go straight into the lock we just vacated, so it's a win-win for everyone. Some of these lock pounds are jolly big. You could almost imagine you were cruising on a river or a lake. It makes the descent quite the picturesque event. Towpiles, incidentally, also a great doggy meeting place. Here again, we're exiting through one gate to save the bother of opening both.
It's 11 o'clock now. We started off at about 9 o'clock. I think we're 11 locks down, in other words about halfway. So another 2 hours and it all should be done.
Another rather pretty little canal-side country home, not for sale, alas. The lady with the dog and windlass is from the other boat. She's going on ahead to set the next lock. 6 locks left to go by now as we head under Bridge 52. If you're going to graffiti, then why not make it topical, and in this case watery? I assume that's supposed to be a scary octopus anyway. Another lock bites the dust. Another set of hardy ramblers goes by. There were plenty out in the sunshine. Oh, hey, black sheep. Have you any wool? Another quick scenery montage, I think. It was so nice. And then in a mere 4 hours or so we come to Hatton Bottom Lock. That in my book means lunchtime, and that means my favourite food, a cheese sarnie. Going down. Done it! Hatton Locks conquered. I'm like Hillary atop Everest, but the other way up. Here's the houses on the Warwick outskirts, and after just a couple of 100 yards round the corner, we come to my destination, the Saltisford Arm. That is where the canal continues around Warwick, but goes straight on and you run into a little arm run by a charitable trust. They've got several permanent residential moorings, which I'd rather like, but the waiting list is several years long. There are long-term leisure moorings too, and for me, one of the visitor spots at the back of the arm for a few days. It's nice here, though it can get busy, so they can end up double mooring the boats, as seen here. There's also a busy and somewhat noisy road, but with a supermarket 5 minutes away, it's a useful spot to stop. That's it for now. Cheerio.